First off, who are you?
I'm Jack White.
And you are?
Meg White.
And you are the?
White Stripes.
And where are the White Stripes from, Jack?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
And I thought, Jack, I'd make you feel at home here in Vancouver. Look what we have for you!
Oh, thank God.
Now, tell me how cool Seeger is. He is a cool guy, isn't he, Meg?
He's awesome. The first album is amazing.
Yeah. Early Bob Seger system.
A lot of people are dissing the Seeger, but he's down with it, isn't he?
They need to get back to the Bob Seger system. You have to find the Bob Seger system band.
And like there was some songs that Get Down on Your Knees that like the Devil Dogs covered. You know that one?
That's 2+2 is on my mind is my favorite song.
Like by the Underdogs or one of those bands.
Yeah.
From Detroit, the history of Detroit. You're not ashamed to say you like Bob Seger, are you, Meg?
No, not at all.
So have you guys had any good milkshakes?
Yeah, we've had, a couple days ago I had a very good one, yeah.
Now what's the thing about milkshakes and the White Stripes make?
Well, you know, it goes back a long way. We just like the milkshakes, you know?
She
the
likes
malts,
the
really.
milkshakes. Billy Childish's band. I like actual chocolate malts.
But you like judging each town by their milkshakes, don't you there, Jack?
Kind of gets like that, yeah.
So how have the milkshakes been on this tour?
Been pretty good. I haven't had one in Vancouver yet, though. We'll see, you know.
Now, speaking of milkshakes and Billy Childish, how the hell is he?
He's doing quite well. I talked to him on the phone when I was in Paris last time, and I think he's got it together.
And you guys were going to have him, like, play behind you on top of the Pops or something?
He was going to be doing a painting of us while we were playing.
Yeah. And then they shot him down.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow that, no. So I just wrote his name on my arm instead, you know.
Now, Jack was much like Courtney Love writes bitch on her arm, right?
I'm not familiar with who you're talking about.
You know what I mean, though. Oh, yes, I'm sure you ran into her the other night, didn't you, in L.A.? We'll get into that later there, Jack White. But I was curious, though. Billy Childish, in Europe, he's not revered too well, is he? Especially, well, I shouldn't say in Britain, because, like, I heard he did a gig, and Yvonne Bondy's opened, and Yvonne Bondy's cancelled, and then everybody left.
Yeah, it was, yeah, that was a weird thing. I heard about that. I don't know what happened with that. He had, he likes to use his own gear, like his own PA equipment, and everyone who plays with him has to use that or something, and they couldn't do it or something like that, so.
But it really sucks, like, all the people left. Like, you know, Yvonne Bondy's canceled, and nobody sticks around for Billy in his own town.
He's really talented, but he's, you know, he's quite popularly known as a bridge burner. I mean, he doesn't have tolerance for a lot of things, so, I mean, that's the beauty of him, though.
What was it like recording at Toe Rag Studios?
It was amazing.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
No, did they have the same board that, like, the Beatles used?
They did have a 4-track there that might have been used on Tomorrow Never Knows. He suspects, like, for backwards loops and things like that.
And that's for your new album?
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
What impressed you about the studio, Meg?
Nothing in it was past 1965.
Really? Are they totally anal about that? Like, did they have, like, 1966 quarters in their pockets and stuff like that, too?
Yeah, exactly. All the old napkins are used are from the 60s. No, it was just he's a nice collection of old microphones and just staying away from digital equipment and things like that.
Did you get a chance to hang with John Peel this time?
No, we didn't see him this time. No.
But you have seen him quite a few times. I saw you having lunch with him on the internet.
Oh, really? Yeah, we're good friends.
A little internet lunch. Now, has he told you any cool stories at all? I mean, come on. He's met everybody. There must be some little tidbit of information that he gave you that must have made you really excited.
How did he say? He was telling me about Gene Vincent a bunch and explaining working with Gene Vincent and. But he did give me as a present. He gave me a copy of the Sex Pistols' Anarchy in the UK, the promo version of it. It was a really nice present.
On A&M Records?
Yeah. Yep.
No way, not the $5,000 A&M record one.
Wait a minute. No, you're thinking of God Save the Queen on A&M. That's the really one. This is Anarchy in the UK. So this is on EMI.
Thank you for setting me straight with my sex.
Pistols.
Pistols. And you are Jack?
Yes. Have you seen anybody about your
Jack?
psychological problems?
You are Jack White, and you are Meg?
Yes, I am.
And you are Meg?
I'm not Meg.
And you are Jack?
Yeah.
Not today.
No, you're not. But you work off each other. You could be each other because you guys seem to have such great communication on stage. The other night on MTV Music Awards, like, you were so separated. What's it like when you're so separated? Usually, like, you're so close together, and I love the way, like, you're so close on stage. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was a little strange. It was a little strange. I had to sort of peer over the cymbals and you know, try to find him down there, but it was all right.
Nobody else has that set up, do they, Jack?
No, they don't.
And you know what's also great about the White Stripes is you guys cover a Dylan song from '97.
Yeah.
From '97. Yeah. That's like covering like the Steel Wheels, like Mixed Emotion, Rolling Stones thing.
He's still got it. He's still got it. He still tells it like it is. You know?
That is so amazing. Like Dylan from '97.
Yeah.
Of course.
Now, speaking of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, well, not speaking of it, let's bring Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada into this. Did you know there, Meg White of the White Stripes, that Loretta Lynn signed her first record deal here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada?
I did not know that.
Oh, that makes sense because she was living in Seattle with Dew for a while.
Zero Records.
Zero Records, that's the best name for a record label ever.
And you guys like kind of customizing songs, like you play in Tallahassee and then you do?
Tallahassee Lassie.
So you're playing in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and the White Stripes will do? Do you have any Canadian stuff you could do? How about TV show themes? I mean, you grew up in Detroit. You know, do you have any like Canadian TV show themes or favorite Canadian TV shows?
What was the giant?
Mr. Dress Up? Friendly Giant.
Mr. Dress Up was kind of scary, but the Friendly Giant was very nice too.
As covered by shadowy men on a shadowy planet.
I didn't know that.
Now, in Detroit, are there like old Motown guys on the street and stuff, like totally destitute?
Not that I've noticed, but...
Like I heard there's like some guys that recorded on some important works are like totally on the street.
Totally on the street. Yeah, I've heard that as well. I haven't bumped into them though. I don't know.
What's the Motown Museum like?
It's very nice. It's you know, it's in the midst of a really just burnt out neighborhood. You know, it's it used to be like huge old houses and you know the motor company people lived in and stuff. But it's just a nice little establishment. You know.
Worth a visit?
It's worth.
I've never been there. I'm not a fan of the Motown production.
Why?
I don't like the production of Motown. Just the sound that they're getting. They had some really good songwriting, but the production I never was a fan of.
But the Detroit sound. MC5 Stooges. Have any of your parents ever seen the Stooges or MC5? Did they ever see the MC5 or Stooges?
Nobody in Detroit actually ever saw them, you know.
No, I don't.
How about Mitch Ryder? Have you met Mitch Ryder at all?
No, I never met Mitch Ryder. No.
How about Ron Ashton of the Stooges?
Met him, yeah. Met him.
I heard he has a very young girlfriend.
Didn't see her. I did meet him though. I didn't see his girlfriend.
What's the importance of Ghetto Blaster beer? Ghetto Blaster beer.
Oh, that's...
It quenches the thirst.
Research. You've really done your research. That's a brewing company that was hooked up with the studio. They're roommates with the guy.